Good morning from the right side of bed. How is everybody today? My name is Holly Baglio. I'm your hostess with the mostest, broadcasting to you live from Mobile Holly Television Studios, right here in my beautiful, freezing cold home state of Nazi, New Jersey. It's not freezing, but it is cold. I want my HTV. Oh, that's rough. I'm going to give up my day job and take up a singing career. It shouldn't last long. Good morning, Erin, you sweetheart. I didn't tell you guys about what happened yesterday. I didn't tell you what happened yesterday morning. Poor Hachi, man. I called him. I thought I was in a good mood, but apparently I wasn't. So I'm sorry to Hachi. But I think we made up anyway. But anyway, yesterday, I don't know what it was. I'm happy to hear that, Erin. I came out of the deli, and I had a can of Coke, and I had my Kratom bottle. Yesterday morning, come out of the store, and I get right by the door. And it's a small mom and pop shop, right? But in the back, they got booze. And in the front, they got food, and then So the door to get out is right where the booze starts in the back. So anyway, I'm walking out. I have my hands full, and I open the door. Sure enough, I drop my can of Coke. Drop my can of Coke, bounces off the floor, up onto the bottom shelf, smashes into a bottle of whiskey, which smashes into another bottle of whiskey. And guess what happened? Good morning, Greta. It's great to see you. I was thinking about you when I first woke up this morning. That I had a nightmare that witch, that couple that's always fighting below me. Yeah, I had a nightmare that I was taking Keeper out to walk her down the stairs, and in my nightmare, that couple who's always fighting, that wife, when I was walking Keeper down the stairs to take her out, that wife came out in the hallway and then closed the doors and tried to lock me in the hallway. And I thought, whoa. And she said something to me. She put her hands on her waist and her head down, and she said something. And I thought in that nightmare, we're going now. And briefly, I put Keeper back. I opened my apartment door to put Keeper in, and I closed the door, and then it was just the two of us in the hallway, and then the dream ended. I'm taking my power back. That's it. That's my home. This is my life, and I'm not letting anybody run me off the internet or run me out of my own house or off my property or bully me. I'm sick and tired of it, and it's not going to happen. I mean, jeez. Oh, Erin, I don't know if you know the story, but yeah, it's bad. Squatters for a year and a half, fight into high heaven. Then their fight trickled on to me. They were blaming me for calling Child Protective Services, but I didn't. The landlord and the neighbor across the street both did. But the couple was dead set on blaming me. I'm not. I'm an adult survivor of child trafficking. There's no way you're getting me to call Child Protective Services. I'll take the kids myself and raise them. I ain't calling CPS. They're a bunch of Satanist, pedophile thieves, to say the least, in my humbled opinion. No CPS. None of that bull. None of that. But nonetheless, these little kids see their parents fight in high heaven. It's really scary, and it's atrocious. I gotta tell you, this couple fights so bad, Erin, that it sets off. I had to leave in the year 2019 to deal with severe battered woman syndrome. The only way I was going to get out of that situation and get him away from me was to literally remove myself from the situation and go into a new atmosphere. Which, hey, good morning, Bonnie. Well, anyway, what I had to deal with during that severe battered woman syndrome, that couple downstairs fights so bad, it sets off my post-traumatic stress disorder. So they fight that bad. They fight that bad. I don't see Becca. Where'd Becca go? How come I can't see Becca? How come I can't see Becca? What is going on? I can't see Becca. I can't see Becca in my chat room. If she's here, I'm sorry. Well, you're saying Bonnie said good morning. Greta said, there she is. Now I can see you, Becca. Now I can see you. Becca just said, I don't know why she can't see me. That's the first comment I saw of yours, Becca. I got 3 people in my chat room currently talking to me, but it says 2 people are watching. I am beyond shadow banned. Like, me and YouTube get into it all the time. It's like when I see that my subscriptions are going down on YouTube and my numbers are sinking, I know they're actually going up. But I'm completely shadow banned. I can't believe it. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. There's way more than 3 people in my chat room. And see, the reason why they do that is because if you click on YouTube and you see Holly Baglio live with 30 people, you're automatically going to tune in. But if you see Holly Baglio live with 3 or 4 people, you're going to think, she's boring, whatever, and turn her off. Which most of the time I am. But YouTube, I got choice words for you, but I'll say it when I get off air. What was I saying? Yeah, but that couple fights so bad, man. It sets off my post-traumatic stress disorder. It reminds me of the ex, how he would fight with me and how he would, the things he would say and the things he would do. And now I'm in my own place, but the people right next door, the walls are so thin, you hear everything. It's like, oh my God. Like, I left my ex because of that reason. I left him so fast and so hard. I even left my home state. Of course, I had every intention and every plan and course of action set to return back to Jersey. Even the prosecution knew that. But I had to make a change to get over it. I'm looking cute, 5,000. Tyler, you flatter me. I didn't even shower or brush my hair. I rolled out of bed. I should be embarrassed at this time, but I'm I'm 47. It's over for me. Doesn't matter what I'm gonna do. So, anyway, I don't really have any. I have come to terms with the fact I will never look like a spring chicken again in my life. And my third eye, Zap programming. Eyes. Yes, I think it is Becca. I had that, have that, had it, have it. The eyes and something about the eyelashes. I know that, spiritual attacks can come in the form. When I was a teenager and I would have spiritual attacks at night, things would be right next to my face. when I'd wake up, and I'd have to blink my eyes a few times to refocus, and it seemed like whatever was in my face would sink back in the wall. And one of the things were eyeballs. I'd always see these eyeballs. Oh man, and they just creeped me out. But then I also have a memory from the Dom about eyeballs, so it gets confusing with me. I think it is programming. If it's not programming, it's a spiritual attack. Oh yeah, I got one of those, hey, it's Goot. Things like this get you shadow banned. Check it out later. Goot, you rock. I love you, Goot. My prayers for you and your family. I pray Abba gives you revelation, Becca. You could be, yeah. Well, we know those black blobs. I don't know what you say. You know, you have white orbs. Well, the opposite of that is like these black splotches. I know those are spies being sent out when people summon them. But those eyes sound like a spiritual attack. And yeah, they watch you. And then they go report back. I had dreams about little graves when I was a kid before I knew what graves were. I was wow, Aaron. Were you trafficked like me, Aaron? Were you in the dumbs like me? Someone left up a post, and I only caught half of it. Probably good I only caught half of it, because my response could have went either of two ways, and it was going towards the wrong way, because how the person worded themselves. It said something like, well, you know, you sure believe your testimony. How does someone get raped by a dinosaur? Can I get you to pay your tax dollars directly into my pocket? Is that possible? Okay. We've all heard of Princess Diana, right? Princess Diana, who was sacrificed by the Queen for the Queen's birthday. Remember Princess Diana? She died in the tunnel. Well, actually, she was alive after the car accident. The ambulance came in, swept her up, but inside the ambulance, they made sure to murder and kill her off before Princess Diana got to the hospital. Remember Princess Diana? Remember how Princess Diana always said how the royals were lizards? Lizards? Shapeshifters? How about this? Go to Genesis in your Holy Bible. I don't care what version, just so long as it's a Holy Bible, and read Genesis 6. When fallen angels mated with human women. Tell me, how is that possible? It's in the Bible, so it did happen. How do you think it happened? So the royal family, the clan, is a bunch of shapeshifters. When they shapeshift, to me, Holly Baglio, they look like T-Rex dinosaurs. I don't know how to explain something that foul and nasty that your stupid tax dollars pay for. But hey, if you're that stupid to pay your tax dollars and not listen to Princess Diana or me with our testimonies, you can just take your tax dollars and put them directly into this pocket right here. Right here. What is wrong with people that they're this fucking diluted that they don't know what's going on in the world around them? I mean, come on. I would have thought for sure people would have listened to Princess Diana. I know I look like a whack job half the time, but she was a princess. What, did everybody forget what she said? Just brush it off. Well, that's what happens. That's what happens. One day, you know, the Twin Towers fall. 2 weeks later, something else happens, and people forget about the Twin Towers falling because 2 weeks later, something else is happening. And then guess what? 3 weeks after that, something else is going to happen, and it's going to keep distracting us and distracting us and distracting us. Look at me. It's been 8 days. I still have to get back to all my loved ones to say I love you and thank you for your birthday prayers and wishes. You gave me the best birthday I've had in 7 years. I still haven't done it because I'm getting distracted. I would like to figure it out. I have a history of repressed memories for 20 plus years, and that's a lot more. I pray that Yeshua HaMashiach reveals everything to you. If you were a part of these projects, and that's not something I can tell you. That's only something that you can tell us, me, like tell everybody. Only you can answer those questions, just like only I can answer whether or not I was in a project, right? Sometimes if you're in these projects, your alters don't want you to know what happened because it's so gross and vile that your alters worry that it could possibly potentially kill you. My alters hide information from me too. When I found out in 2016, my Pizzagate alter came forward and basically she said, go get a bottle of Bacardi. I'm like, what? Well, I got no problem drinking, but I'm not a drinker. I don't like alcohol. She's like, go get a bottle. And I shit you not, I went and got a bottle, and that's when my alter said, listen, you've been used in kiddie porn, and you've been videotaped, and you've been raped, and there's still more to tell you, and I couldn't handle that. For like 2-3 months, I couldn't handle that. So I did what I needed to get through it. I dealt with it. And now, not okay, but I've come to terms with it, I guess. But I don't know. I ask you that, Aaron, because of exactly what you said. The age that you're in and the little gray aliens, because that's what you said is exactly what happened to me. You know what I mean? You're not comfortable with it. You know what, Aaron? Then don't push too hard. Don't push too hard. Tyler, I love you, hon. You're a sweetheart, Tyler. You really are. I have really appreciated having you in my life all these years. Definitely. No, they cannot touch you. And Yeshua has you. You have Yeshua. And Aaron, you have all of us praying that Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh keeps you held tightly in his hand, and no one and nothing can ever, ever touch you in Yeshua's name. What was that all about? Did you get that treatment or know anything about it? The feet immersed in water. Wasn't that in that movie, Constantine, with Keanu Reeves, The Feet in the Water? Goot. I was electrocuted. I have vague memories of water. I don't know, Goot. Other people told me, plastic Christians in Maryland, tell me, Riggs, tell me, Mango Lee would drown us, leave us dead for 4 minutes, bring us back alive, resuscitate us, and put us back in line to do it again. I don't necessarily remember what Riggs and that plastic couple tell me. I don't. They tell me a lot of things. I don't. What I do remember, Goot, is I do remember them I don't remember them putting my feet in water and electrocuting me per se. I don't remember that per se, to be honest with you, Goot. I remember electrocutions. I remember them having the electrodes like on my private parts. I do remember being drowned. That was over in the Third Temple in Jerusalem. You know, Israel, Jerusalem, they trafficked us kids over there. From my understanding, and maybe I'm wrong and wording it wrong, but current day, the Third Temple's already been built, or is already started, has already started to be built. They've already done sacrifices next to that one wall over the past 2-3 years, right? Well, they brought us kids over there, and I remember them having us. I mean, you see it on YouTube when you walk through the rooms. You see the rooms and stuff. They had us kids in one part of there, and the men were raping us in that pool, in that bathing pool or whatever it was. And I remember they drowned me. They grabbed another kid. They were raping him and drowning him. I don't know. I got drowned somehow. I guess they threw me out of the bathing water. You know, men they're in that pool of water. They're naked. It's like that. I don't know what you call it. But they were raping me. They drowned me. They had thrown me, I guess, up on the floor outside of the bathing area. And one of the men came over and kicked me in the back as hard as he could. And when he did that, I remember coughing up all this water. And, oh, man, the taste of that water's tasted like sweaty feet. And then they grabbed this other kid and were doing the same thing to him. But I don't know, you know, if they kicked him or not, or if they just left him dead. But that was over in Jerusalem, Israel. There's a channel on YouTube of this kid, I forget his name, but he like took a walk through this part of Israel, Jerusalem. They rape kids. Oh, I mean, in Israel, Jerusalem, come on, man. There's dumbs over here in the U.S. just like over there. So what they did to me in Pizzagate over here, they did to us kids in Pizzagate over there in Jerusalem, Israel, Jerusalem. So don't anybody tell me I gotta bless that country. I ain't blessing that country. Good morning, Victoria. It's good to see you. I don't know, Goot. That's hard for me to answer because I have fragmented memories. But if they put us in water, that was just to make sure that the electrocution took, right? I don't know. But I know there's something more to my story. They probably don't want you to remember, Aaron, but if they lay off gang stalking you and stop showing themselves as they watch you, they're going to push you into waking up. And you don't want to wake up, which I don't blame you, because a lot of things I don't want to remember, Aaron. I mean, a lot of grotesque things. You know, they made kids have sex with animals. Like, if that was done to me, I don't want to remember that. But to rat to you, not a hammer, a programmer who knows the codes. As far as me, Becca, I know the gatekeeper. Me, I know who holds all my memories. I met her. But she, I mean, I had a flood of memories 7 years ago. I lost my speaking abilities. It floored me. Now, the gatekeeper kind of trickles information out to me so it's not overload. But the gatekeeper, if I start talking like those people in Maryland, or that Pastor Riggs or somebody else, if I start talking to somebody else that I don't like or that she doesn't like, she will shut everything down, and that's it. If she was very suspect of Riggs, and when God gave her the revelation of the dream that God had given me about the plastic Christians in Maryland and their money being black and having black splotches on it, when that dream was revealed to me, the gatekeeper shut everything down. The gatekeeper actually put altars forward to deal with whatever I was dealing with. Like, the gatekeeper and me put altars forward to deal with the situation I was involved in. And then they waited until I got back home here to my house, back in Long Valley, New Jersey, where I'm safe and sound, to actually start in with the memories again, giving me more memories. I gotta call Stalker Steve and apologize to him, if he'll allow me to apologize to him. Huge birds. They tried to take me to their house. You can control your dreams. I get aggravated, Aaron. I get very aggravated, Aaron, when I can't control my dreams. You're very powerful. I wonder what your background is. And you don't know? Pet the doggy for you. Oh, I love you. I love you. Yes. You're just such a pretty girl. I give you kisses too. She's such a good girl. My keeper. She keeps me, and Seva, my cat, saves my heart. Saved a kitten, but my kitten Seva saved my heart, and she keeps me. But she's a keeper. I didn't name her. Her first mama named her. I still keep in touch with her parents. I think it's so cute. I'm like, oh, I love Keeper. I know she was first your dog, but she's mine now. I got her when she was about 1.5 years old. All right. I like spending time with you too, Aaron. Like a bathhouse, Aaron. Yeah, like a bathhouse. In Jerusalem, Israel. I can't remember the men's faces. I can barely remember the little boy. The little boy, we must have been 7, 8, 9 years old. I don't know. He had kind of blondish hair, but he was smaller than me. Good morning, Victoria. The memories and the dumbs in the four corners. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood that, Becca. Under Colorado, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico. Those dumbs in Texas ones are where we were brought as kids. Becca, I was, when I was 3 years old, I lived in San Antonio, New Mexico. I'm sorry. Let me start over. It's because the chat room flashed. And when I was 3 years old, I lived in San Antonio, Texas. My mom flew out there. She took me with her. And that's the first memory of the first dumbs I have was somewhere out in Texas. I have vague memories of the Hall of Nightmares out in New Mexico. But the first memories I have was when I was 3 years old, somewhere out in the dumbs in Texas. So I think that's where I saw the big T-Rex dinosaur. But that's the Queen's clan. That's Queen Elizabeth. You got what? Prince Charles. You got, what are their names again? It's a clan. Queen Elizabeth's sons and grandsons. They're lizards. Their firstborn kid is always sacrificed to Baal. So whatever grandkids you think you're looking at of the Queen, when they say, oh, this is the first grandson and this is the second grandson and third, Okay, they're leaving out the very first baby. The queen, the royal queen, yeah, we're talking about same queen. For people out in the general public that will watch this later, not my chat room, yeah, Queen Elizabeth. She's a lizard. She's a shapeshifter. Her grandbabies, they are shapeshifters too. The first time, like Meghan and all them got pregnant, the first baby is sacrificed to Baal. Always. So what you see on TV is not the very first baby they had, it's actually the second. Because the first one they had got sacrificed. Yeah, Prince Henry or whatever is the red-headed guy with the black wife. I'm not big on red hair. She's pretty. My first boyfriend had red hair and freckles, so I don't want to hear it. My sexual preference has nothing to do with anything, okay? I'm just... Yeah. So, Becca, how old are you? Becca, you're not Sarah Rachel Adams or from her crew, are you? Please tell me no. Please tell me no. I don't want to be around those people. Oh my gosh, Aaron. I remember Sarah Adams. We didn't get along in the dumbs. We're not going to get along on the surface. I missed your message, Goot. Yeah, I would love to, too. I got you on Facebook. We could do, I still got to get back to Victoria and talk to her. But we could do, like, a call on Messenger or video call. My priorities right now are to tell everybody thank you for my birthday wishes last week and Victoria. And then, Aaron, I would love to talk to you. He says it looks like... Aaron, William and Henry, thank you, Greta. Yeah, they're shapeshifters. Oh, man. Right? Yeah, I can't, the name alone. When I told Brooke Federline the name Riggs, I kid you not, right there, she was triggered. She was like, Holly, it's all in the name. I'm like, I know, but try telling the plastic Christians who are trying to handle me. I'm 10 years old, they're 50, they have dominance over me. At least that's how they're treating it because I'm under their roof temporarily. They're domineering my life. I thought I had it bad with the ex who fractured my face and collapsed my lung. That was a cakewalk compared to this plastic couple. Yeah, it was a cakewalk. I would have rather been domineered by the ex versus a plastic Christian couple telling me if I can go on a date, who I can go on a date with, where I can live, who I can talk to, who I can hang out with, who I can't. I'm a divorced woman. If I want to go on a date, the only chaperone I'm taking with me is Yeshua HaMashiach. That's it. They just wanted to see what a super soldier was like. That's all. They were a fan, and I don't like fans. I don't. I like friends. You got red hair. I did that to one of my other redheaded friends, and I was busting his chop. I was like, please tell me you don't have red hair. Please tell me you don't have red hair. And he goes, he takes off his icon. He goes, I have red hair. I'm like, oh! I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Like I said, my first boyfriend had red hair and... No, actually, it wasn't my first boyfriend. It was the first boy I kissed. He had red hair. My very first boyfriend I would have dated, but first boy I kissed had red hair. I was trying to go for a giant. I'm kidding. I'm teasing, Tyler. About to be 40. I'm good. I'm glad. Wow, you're about to be 40, Becca. I'm glad you're not a part of her group. We're better over here anyway. My friends rock. Jackie. The first time I colored my hair, I colored it red. I thought I looked pretty good as a redhead, to be honest with you. My email address is hollybaglio11@gmail.com. HOLLYBAGLIO11@gmail. We can also do it on Facebook too. But I think I got you on Facebook, right? You were right to walk the heck away from them. There was something off with that pastor. Yeah, Victoria, I know there's something off with that pastor. Didn't I tell you the story about Riggs? People screw with me too much. I actually, I'll tell you, I had his jaw and the plastic Christian couple, their jaws on the floor. They weren't expecting what I handed them. And then, of course, they had to turn around and manipulate the situation and tell me what I was really thinking and feeling. But back in 2016, I was attacked in the astral realm by somebody that I had remembered from the Dumbs. And there was this tall, thin, gray-haired dude, very domineering, certain mannerisms about him. Now, I remember him from Dumbs when I was an active super soldier, and I couldn't stand him then. He was a programmer in the Dumbs. And then in 2016, there was an astral event where I was attacked by the same person. And when this person attacked me, I took mental note of what was going on, and when the attack was over, I sat down with my crayons and I drew out a picture of the mapping of my mind. Now, on the videos I've been showing you recently, I've been showing you a drawing of the map of my mind. It's all nice and neat, and that's the second drawing I made this year. The very first drawing of the map of my mind I made back in 2016 because this tall, thin, gray-haired dude that I remembered from the Dumbs, very satanic programmer, that then again attacked me in the astral world. So I drew a picture for the first time, the mapping of my mind. Well, this first drawing, oh my God, you couldn't understand anything. It just was a bunch of like circles and different shapes with lines drawn all over. I mean, it didn't make sense at all. I couldn't even explain the drawing. But what it was is this guy that attacked me, and this guy I remembered from the Dumbs, a satanic programmer, he had like a black type briefcase with him. And when he opened it up, I looked, and he had like, it was some sort of color-coded type of chart. And I was looking at it because that was the map of my mind. So when he opened it up and looked at it, I was trying to see what he was looking at and remember as much as I could. So after the attack, I tried to write down everything I could. Well, that drawing came out really awful. Fast forward to 2019. I keep hearing about this Riggs person. So somebody I met from a conference told me about Riggs, then got this plastic Christian couple all hyped up on Riggs. I didn't know who the hell he was. So finally comes a time I get to do the video call to meet Riggs. I about fell over. I was like, no fucking way. Excuse me, but yeah, no fucking way. I was like, Riggs, I drew you a picture back in 2016. the plastic Christian ladies. What? You didn't tell me. Yeah, there's a lot you don't know. You only met me a couple of months ago. Shut up. So I get out the drawing, I give it to Riggs. I said, I met you in the Dumbs. I remember you from the Dumbs. Oh no, Holly, no, no, no. Satanic clones were made of me, and that's who you met in the Dumbs. I said, well, Russ Dizdar doesn't have satanic clones made of him. He wasn't in the Dumbs, Douglas Riggs. What were you doing in the Dumbs? Oh, me, myself wasn't in the Dumbs. Oh, no, no. They made satanic clones of me. So you must have met one of my satanic clones. You fucking liar. I won't question your salvation, but I'm going to question you. You liar! He's a liar. Okay, there are no satanic clones made of Russ Dizdar. Do you know why? Because Russ Dizdar was never in the Dumbs. He was never a part of these MK Ultra projects. They are not going to just go and grab cells from Russ Dizdar to create a clone to screw people up in the world. They're not just going to go do that randomly to anyone for any reason. The reason why clones were made of me is because I was a part of the Super Soldier Ultra projects. Russ Dizdar was not, so therefore there are no clones made of him. I'm sure if somebody was really bored and wanted to make a clone, they could, but there's no point to doing it. For Douglas Riggs to have satanic clones made of him means he was a part of these MK Ultra and Super Soldier projects in the Dumbs. The roles that my alters remember him playing from the Dumbs were satanic programmer. Now we're on the surface, and here comes this guy named Riggs with a church named Morningstar. And he's got satanic clones, and he's trying to tell me, oh no, Holly, that wasn't me, that was my clone. But no, Holly, I wasn't a part of these projects. They just so happened to make a clone of me. Now that is a straight up lie. That's a straight up lie. They're not just going to randomly make a clone of you for no reason. So, months down the road, he goes, Holly, I just can't help you. Your MK Ultra has you buried too deep. No, dude, you made so many mistakes off the bat. That's why you can't help me, is because I decided a long time ago I didn't want to do this. I told Russ Dizdar, the SIIU team, I told the plastic couple that kept pressuring me and forcing me, I don't want to do it, shut it down. And then even after it was shut down, she still kept bringing it up. Oh, I was watching Riggs. I didn't mean to say his name to trigger you. But Riggs was saying, I don't care what Riggs was saying. He was saying a bunch of strange words using memory retrieval techniques. There's something wrong with him. Again, I'm not going to question his salvation, but I'm going to question everything about him. So I got out the drawing of the mapping of my mind and I gave it to Riggs and I said, I drew this for you. This picture's for you. I drew it for you. Here you go. Please don't hit my car. Not that. I mean, my car is filthy and dirty, but don't hit it. This year I went back and I drew the picture of the map of my mind. I drew the picture. I redrew the picture, and the picture I have this year, it makes complete sense. I can base a whole conversation off the drawing. The drawing makes sense just the way I laid everything out in the columns and the rows, and And that second picture I drew, the mapping of my mind, I got to tell you, that's my life's work. I wrote to Black Ops and I said, I can put it down now. I can leave you alone. I can let it be. I can put it down. Um, that's what I was after, was the mapping of my mind. What did they do to me? What did they do to my mind? And I think I'm starting to untangle the web, like looking at Hebrew versus Greek. We were all programmed on the Greek alphabet, alpha, beta, delta, gamma, right? There's 24 letters in the Greek alphabet, 22 letters in the Hebrew. Psalm 119, in Psalm 119, there is basically a song or poem for every letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and there's 22 letters. Now, we've been programmed on Greek. Well, 24 letters on Greek means there's 2 letters of that alphabet that's kind of like hidden MK Ultra programming, but it also kind of loops back in. So where Hebrew cuts off at 22 letters, Greek goes on for 24 letters, and they can add in some hidden MK Ultra programming. We weren't programmed to the Hebrew alphabet. We were programmed to the Greek alphabet, the alpha, beta, delta, gamma, foxtrot, all of that. Or not foxtrot, but all of that, right? Well, Project Untrigger is going to undo all of that. So, but that's my life's work, was mapping my mind. What did they do to me in the dumbs? You're like, I must see too much. Theta is what? I think theta is psychic programming. I'm still deprogramming and getting to know it. Project Untrigger is going to take me a lot of work. I actually need toner for my printer, but I don't have money. There's I have to print out a book, and then I have some other charts in my computer I need to print out. But I have a list of what these programs are, like theta, psi, epsilon, upsilon. I don't feel good. I hurt really bad this morning. My knees actually gave out. When I went to put Keeper in the car, like I sat down and opened the doors, and when I went to get back out, both my knees gave out. Oh my God, I saw stars before my eyes. So I'm going to take you guys home. Because I have a little bit of kratom left at home. Not much. The weather is getting cold, that's why I can feel it in my bones. I wake up in a lot of pain. Yesterday morning, the pain didn't go away. And it kept me in a pissy mood. Just go ask Hachi. They took one of my likes away. Probably because I dropped the F-bomb. I don't put too much stock in, like, curse words. It doesn't bother me. Like, name calling bothers me. It does. But, I mean, if you're just, like, curse words don't bother me. I mean, you can say something really bad to a person and not even use a curse word, and it's worse than if you were just to say F you. You know what I mean? You can breathe death into somebody and never use a bad word. So I don't put too much stock in the word itself, which I should, which will probably change if I'm going to start learning Psalm 119 to undo the MK Ultra programming, to get out of that darkness and into Yeshua's living light. Then I better put more stock in my words. Maybe that's why he's having me do it too. That's a spiritual attack last night. That's the spiritual attack. Heavenly Abba, I come before you. I'm so humbled and I'm so grateful to you. I love you so much, Heavenly Abba. Thank you so much for giving me revelation. Thank you so much for not abandoning me. Thank you so much for helping me with my dreams. That was a spiritual attack I dreamt of last night. That's the same dream that when I had, if you rewind a few weeks ago, I told you about how I had a nightmare about that girl downstairs and she was yelling at me, "Who's Amy? Who's Amy?" Well, my friend Amy reached out and she's like, "Holly, why are you dreaming of me?" I'm like, "I don't think that was you per se." Well, in that dream a couple weeks back, that was the spiritual attack that Sarah Adams did against me, right? It was against my finances and it was against my heart. Amy is the short name for Emma I don't know. It's some heart problem, some heart condition. And Abba, see, Heavenly Abba gives me dreams and visions that come true. And sometimes I get dreams and visions, they have weight, but they're not prophecy. They're not from him, but they still have weight. And I'm trying to learn the interpretation to my dreams. And I just learned more. I have dreams of spiritual attacks that people are sending out against me before they happen or when they're happening. So that nightmare I had last night about the neighbor, I bet you that's SRA starting up more crap, trying to pigeonhole me, block me, and do another spell against me. Try to get me in trouble, to hurt me. I got to take note about more details of what happened in that dream last night, because I bet you that dream is a spiritual attack. It's odd, not odd, but the other day I said, Heavenly Abba, I'd like to run through my dreams and visions with you again that you gave me all the way back in 2013 that are still coming true today. I'd like to go back through these dreams. 2 days later, Heavenly Abba comes back to me and he goes, Holly, I don't need to go through these dreams with you. I'm the one that gave them to you. You go through them. And I was like, okay, smart Alec. Yeah, I guess you kind of don't need to go through those dreams with me because you're the one that gave them. You don't need to know them. I need to know them. Never mind. I need to go back through them, Abba. But that's what it is. There's dreams that he gives me that I know are from him, right, that are going to come true, and those dreams you guys are in, and they're prophetic, they're providence. Well, it finally dawned on me. The other dreams that I have, those are the spiritual attacks. So I have an incoming spiritual attack. It's going to be from a girl, most likely SRA and her clan. She's going to try to trap me to beat me up. She's going to try to bring harm to me. Heavenly Abba, please help me pray effectively against this spiritual attack. I send you to engage her pagan friends, witch friends, sorcerer friends, her friends in dark arts, all of her necromancer friends. I ask you, Heavenly Abba, to go and engage them directly yourself. Whatever they're doing to me, Heavenly Abba, I ask that you possibly think of punishing them and disciplining them in those same areas of their life that they're trying to hit me with. I bind and cast down the principalities, dark powers, regional demons, interdimensional beings, fallen angels, aliens. In Yeshua's name, I bind and cast them down. Heavenly Abba, I repent for my sins. Please wash and cover me in the blood of the Lamb. I close demon doors in Yeshua's name. No demons may jump. No demons may be conjured in Yeshua's name. Ekbalo in Yeshua's name. Get out of here in Yeshua's name. Heavenly Abba, if they're sending any spies out against me, please have those spies just bump and collide into each other, be bumbling idiots, and not be able to report back to who's summoning them in Yeshua's name. Isn't this nice? I just love when my driveway is blocked by a truck. Like, what's going on? Is there any reason why the truck is blocking I can't even turn in my driveway? Just Wheels, so you park in front of anybody's driveway. I can't go in my driveway. There's a truck there. Who parks and blocks somebody else's driveway? You're blocking my driveway. I can't get in. You don't even fucking speak English? How'd you get a license? If you can't speak English, that means you can't even read a road sign. How is it that you're driving? If you can't speak English, you can't read a road sign, what are you doing driving? I guess that's very complicated. And people with common sense, I guess common sense, that's something that you have to pay for nowadays, because I know Christians try to buy spiritual gifts. They ought to start trying to buy common sense. Curse at me in Spanish because he's blocking my driveway. Oh, I ain't prejudiced, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Baglios, my grandparents came off the boat from Sicily to America. They learned English. My step-grandparents, my stepdad, literally off the boat from Poland, came over here. They learned English. If you can't learn language, don't go. Definitely don't be getting a driver's license. You can't speak the language, means you can't read the language, you can't read road signs. Oh my God, idiots. And then curse at me because you're blocking my driveway. Get the hell out of my country then. Yeah, I said it. Biden's letting everything. We're not sovereign anymore, obviously. Actually, you know what? No. Why am I not going home? Because the truck better be moved, because if not, I'll just sit outside and lay on the horn. I'm inconvenienced. I swear to God, if it's not that girl downstairs, it's the truck. What am I doing? Moving myself to make it easier for somebody else who's blocking my driveway? What the hell is wrong with me? Rude, inconsiderate people. And you stand up for yourself. I hope they're fucking gonna move. You know, fucking assholes. swear. Yeah, I said it. So aggravated, man. I'm calm. Stuff pisses me off. Get blocked in my driveway. Can't use the front stairs. You know, that's another thing. I wonder why I was highly triggered, too. With that couple chasing me around the property, stalking me on the property, can't use my front door or my stairs, chasing me up my stairs, living like that. And then every time I was taking Keeper out, which I still have to do, but right now they're not home, so I have a little bit of time where I don't have to do it. I can relax, but every time I walk in and out of my house, I have to record myself and my dog in my own house. From the time I put on my shoes, to put on her leash, to walk out the door, down the stairs, and out the front door, I have to videotape myself. And then Google Photos fills up so much that I can't get email in, so I have to stay on top of deleting all the videos, but I walk my dog 4 times a day, and I have to videotape myself from my house, putting on my shoes, because this couple listens. They hear me say, all right, Keep, let me put on my shoes, let's go out. They hear me say that, and then they hear me say that, and then the husband will take one door and the wife will take the other door and start harassing me. And so I got to videotape myself. And while I'm videotaping myself, of course, they don't say anything. But if I don't have this cell phone in my hand, good morning. If I don't have this cell phone in my hand, like I have it now, they start in on me. And living like that is horrible. It's like an alien in your own home. And then with the triggering, that's scary. How do I know that while I'm triggered, with them starting in on me, that my alters are going to handle themselves? I already have severe post-traumatic stress disorder. I just got over battered women's syndrome last year. And if they put me in that position and I'm highly triggered, what's going to happen? To live like that is horrible. And I know the kids think it's funny to traumatize somebody that's already a battered woman. And they think it's funny to traumatize. These people around here do know I'm an ex-super soldier. That's no secret in this community who I am. I made sure of that. I wanted to be able to live in a place where, like the Plastic Christian in Maryland, prime example. Oh, don't tell anybody you're a super soldier, okay? We'll handle it. We'll just tell them that you've been traumatized and tortured. That's all. We don't want to say super soldier because they don't know what it is. And they might look at you like there's something wrong with you. So I have to hide who I am? Because you guys are dipshits. You just gave your money over to a rogue tyrannical government for all the years of your life paying all these taxes, and you don't want to fess up to the truth about where your tax dollars went, so you're going to gloss over my background and my history and then proceed to tell me that I'm not allowed to speak about who I am and what I am? No. I'm not cool with that. It's not my fault if you're indoctrinated and dumbed down, or if this sounds fantastical to you. It's not my fault that the vast population did not keep up on educating themselves. or keep on top of a government that they should have kept in check, which is now rogue and out of control. And you see what we have here today. So the people in this neighborhood know that I am an adult survivor of child trafficking. Everybody knows I talk about MK Ultra projects, satanic ritual abuse, and child trafficking. I wanted to live in a place where I didn't have to hide it. Dissonance, right? Cognitive dissonance. I can't stand that stuff. Yeah. Tyler, you're true. I wish I met you when I was in the dumps. I could have helped you with that. Oh, that's fun. That's good, Tyler. Yeah, Finny, I'm done. Oh, wow. You're done having babies. You'd ruin their acid budget. 10,000 at a time cleaning. There's a lot I'd like to add, but I better not. I mean, after you see me flip out about that truck in my mouth with that. There's a lot I'd like to add and say, but I'm not gonna. Well, let me just reiterate. I could have helped you with that, Tyler. I wish I met you when I was in the dumps. Oh, hello. Hang on. Yeah? Oh, the cat ran away? When did it? Oh, just now? Okay, let me put my dog up. I'll get some tuna fish. I'll be right back. My neighbor, come on, Kate. Actually, Kate, my neighbor's cat ran away. You stay. Go sit in the shade. Hey, guys. I don't know that I can tell his cat ran away. I'm going to go find it. Heavenly Abba, please send down your warring angels, stand them around the cat, and please lead me to the cat so I can bring her home in Yeshua's name, Selah. She's an older cat, and this is for an older lady. Guys, I love you. I want to hang out more, but I have to go. I don't want to be rude. I love you, but I got to go find a little kitty. I love you.